Stewart got a real good restart. Jeff Gordon, watch him drive it off into turn 1 here.
Kind of like where Jeff was. He laid back in trouble.
And Kenson hard in the outside wall.
Oh, my gosh.
Caution will be out.
I can't believe he can drive that car away. It's a safer barrier, but he hit it hard.
Oh, gosh, he's sideways on the straightaway.
Yeah, something
big
broke. Time. You could have, there's something big time in trouble.
I bet it broke an axle or something. Because it turned sideways like that.
Way back on the straightaway.
Something definitely.
The good news is safer barrier.
Here we go. It'll be 4 to go. Can Tony Stewart hold off Mark Martin, who has been the king of Darlington over the years? What about the 38 car? He takes off and Martin does not take off. He gets turned into the wall. Contact. The 47 of Byers involved.
They're wrecking now. Come on.
This is definitely a fuel situation that caused this.
Oh, man, I can't believe this for Mark Martin. He had such a good run going on and run out of gas, he said. And we were worried about that.
They stumble. Mark Martin's car doesn't even go. Jason Leffler just caught by surprise, and all these guys just get stacked up behind them. Man.
4 laps, 3 laps to go now, and all this is coming down. Fuel related. And the guys that were going to try to make it on fuel, some of them had a problem. Leffler, the 5 car, Mark Martin. Take a look at this. Jason just couldn't get it slowed down.
How did Clint Boyer get through that?
He just did, Jerry, but I'll tell you, how did a lot of them clear Mark Martin? The 2 cars cleared him, and then the rest of them piled into him.
Jason Keller does a nice job. Tough break for the 7 car. Sam Hornish has some damage, and heavy damage on Kelly Byers' car.
Well, you can see from that replay right there how little time you have to react. Mike Bliss has nowhere to go.
Now, right along with Mike Wallace, he was trying to get through, and he ends up with heavy contact. Boom.
And Mike just didn't have nowhere to go. You thought maybe he could go to the outside, go to the inside, but he went for the center, the clear spot, and they came right across in front of him.
5 bonus points. Now down the back straightaway. Some problems as spinning is the Cartoon Network entry.
As Chad Little, as you see him, he's got a lot of impact on the front and back of that car. It's really used up.
And caution will be coming out on lap number 5. Bam to the inside, and there came, right off the wall, and there was Jeff Burton trying to get by. And you brought a good point up here yesterday, Buddy Baker, but for those who weren't with us on the telecast of the MBNA 200, it's worthy of a repeat about how it is that everybody ends up on the inside wall after you have a problem spinning off that number 2 corner, just like we see with Chad.
Well, you can see the straightaway here is backed as much as some of the turns in some of the racetracks that we go to. So when you spin, you go directly into the inside wall. And it really is a good thing in one respect, is you don't get into wrecks because you go back across the racetrack. You go into the inside wall and you stay there.
On David, did he tap him? Behind him. David Stremme spins. David Green, the championship leader, is into the wall and hit again by his brother Jeff.
Awfully hard to get anything going this minute.
He took you out. He slammed you in the back and turned you around.
That is the championship leader's car. David Green, the car that bumped him, is the man who is 3rd in points, Scott Riggs.
Now let's see. There we see the 37, and there we see the contact.
This is the 3rd caution between championship contenders David Green and Scott Riggs.
And there's that 33 truck.
There's a we got one in the outside wall in turn 1. He's spinning.
That's Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick, and he gets hit in the driver's door by his teammate, Austin Terrio.
Amazing job by John Westalley to avoid that 29 truck of Austin Terrio.
That's Austin there on board. You can see he's just fine.
It's going to be backup trucks to both those BKR trucks.
You can see right there just the back end around and out from underneath Tyler Reddick, and then coming on the outside on the higher lane was Terrio and couldn't avoid him.
How helpless is that when you're driving off a corner like this and then you see the smoke and you realize it's a guessing game.
It'll come down, keep digging. Caution, shut her down, caution's out.
Reddick knows what he's talking about when he's on the hub.
This is the hard look right here.
Wow. We just killed 2 trucks, guys. Hold on to it.
McMurray just about hung there up off turn 4.
And Kenny Schrader and Paul Menard and Ryan Newman, all those guys had nowhere to go. Paul Menard had worked his way up to the 13th position.
And Schrader was, what, 11th?
Damage on Bobby Labonte in the 43 car there. Franchitti in the 40 car walked up the racetrack, got into McMurray. And then Franchitti gets into McMurray, nowhere for Schrader to go, and then there they just start stacking him in. As he turned out on them, they just start stacking in behind him.
It looked like they had it all straightened out, and then somebody made a sharp left turn, and they got together again. Here's Michael Waltrip on the Napa cam going to the left bank.
Right in front of you. Keep digging. No caution. Go low. Go low. Go low. Go higher. There you go. Keep going. Caution's out. Caution's out.
Yeah, your other low.
But you know what? That was a great job by the spotter, because you saw Bobby Labonte, the 43 car, just come barreling by him on the inside. Michael Waltrip, no marks on his car. Bobby Labonte's front end's completely tore off.
And so added insult to injury on that one.
He was locking up the front, said he didn't feel like he had enough rear brake in the car.
Now it looks like Mark Martin and Brian Vickers. Oh, Ryan Newman hard to the outside wall.
Tell me when you're done here, but
that will bring the caution out.
Look at that, I'm still going for a ride. Okay, you're all good. We're going to need another car, Tony.
Now, I was just about to mention that's a big break for Mark Martin and Brian Vickers, because they were out in front of the leader, so they'll be back on the lead lap.
I bet that's the first time Tony had ever heard that.
Did you hear Ryan? That spotter calls to him, tell me when you can make me. He's still wrecking?
Yeah.
Wow. Slow car just in front of Newman. That's the 57. Norm Benning.
Oh, it looks like the 00.
David Rudeman just gets into the back of him.
Ryan dropped down to the inside to get around 57 of Norm Benning, and looked like David Rudeman and 00 got into him.
And you know, it was in the middle of the back straightaway where he got into the back of him.
Rudeman had a run, and it looked like he was trying to bump draft Newman and give him a push down the straightaway.
But the problem is Ryan had just cleared the 57. He was sort of in that swinging motion where he hadn't gotten himself straightened back up.
You're clear, all clear,
exactly.
All clear. Keep coming, green is still out. Green is still out.
Wow, that's a hard
lick. Boy, it really is. It's so unexpected. And of course, Norm Benning, normally slow cars are told to move to the inside. I guess they came up on him so fast, got him trapped out there, and he couldn't do it. At least he held his line.
Ryan is okay, and now I believe that was a hit into the concrete, not the safer bear. Yep, I believe he hit the concrete in the back straightaway.
I'm not real sure if that's the way yeah. What's up, dude?
Yeah, David Rudeman.
Right there. Oh, we got a crash on the front stretch.
Oh, the 5 car and Stephen Wallace involved.
It's the second time this 5 car has been involved.
Stephen Wallace was having at least a top 15 finish, maybe a top 12 finish. Involved in this one now, caution for the 7th time today.
See, Stephen just gets a little loose, and this 5 car is kind of crippled running up above these guys.
Yeah, Joey Logano just snuck by there. If you saw that, the 20 car, as Stephen Wallace was spinning down across the track.
Oh, Logano just
and the 5. Oh, man,
he
missed it twice. He missed it, but just by inches.
I'm sure he's going to look at it. He had an unfortunate day whenever he had the flat tire earlier, but
This will set up the 8th green-white checkered of the year.
Once the blue deuce.
And Andretti, looks like that maybe the 42 got into the back of the 2. I think that the 2 ran up on Andretti there and maybe had to try to make a lane change.
Maybe this will show us how it got started. Yeah, he got hooked by Montoya.
Yeah,
girl.
Montoya just got into the back of him. And Mike, another thing about the bigger restrictor plate is the closing rate is going to be a lot higher than these guys had last year down here. And so now you're going to close up on the car in front of you a lot faster than what you have in the past. That's maybe causing a little bit of a judgment problem.
That was a hard lick.
It was, and it's right here in the tri-oval.
Kurt Busch has climbed from his car. He is okay.
Settle down behind him, find a groove, get a little patient, and maybe run him back down. Bobby's in the lane by himself right now. Look for him to move up.
Brendan Gaughan just took it on the number 62, took it 3 wide.
Trouble off turn 4.
Several trucks involved.
It's like Randy Briggs originally.
Big hit there on the 26.
Problems getting slowed down, and so
Lance Hooper in the 01, I believe.
That's correct.
That's Lance Hooper there in the Lucas Oil 01.
Down on the apron, it was in fact the 53 that started the whole thing. Look behind here, though.
Randy Briggs is a rookie, and that's turn number 4, and there you see the trucks backing into him even. But here in turn number 4, we talked about the bumpiness, the humpy bump. Is that something that a rookie gets maybe a little bit nervous with?
Well, you know what? There's a lot to that. The humpy bump, as we call it, is right between 3 and 4.
Here we get another look at it right here.
You saw that's exactly where the truck broke free between the 2 corners. There's big hit there. There's a tunnel that comes underneath there. That's part of the problem, but it's not all the problem. There in the middle is a patch. See right here, if we can see it on board Kenny Schrader right here.
We should get a good look right here. Lance Hooper had nowhere to go. Watch this. Schrader's by it.
See the experience Schrader had right there. He read that.
It looked as though Randy Briggs got a little loose and tried to go down in the apron, but then it shot him right back up.
Kevin Hamlin is the crew chief for Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, trouble! In the wall is Elliott hard. Bill Elliott hard as they went 3 wide. Ricky Rudd, I think, collects, or check that, Stacy Compton collects him, and Elliott's car, one of the fastest 3 here, is demolished.
Johnny Benson brings it back to the line.
Stacy Compton was the car that collected Elliott after it was nearly over, and Compton's race is.
There's Bill Elliott. He gets hit from behind by Mike Skinner, turned him right up into the wall. You can see everybody back there hoping he does not come back down the racetrack.
And here's another look. He's already up there. And there comes Compton. Knocks the right front into him. And this is Marlin. May have just been abrading the racetrack, sliding back up. That's a 31-degree ramp, and even the best SUV can't make that one without damage.
No, he got hit by the 97 car. Chad Little got into him just a little bit. And he got all of the 9 car there. Stacy Compton got all his damage. He went straight up into the wall there. I would have to think he probably cut a tire down from some of the debris off of the other cars that he wrecked through there.
I'm wondering if the beginning of this wreck was when Mark Martin jumped 3 wide down to the inside. Could Bill Elliott have lifted and breathed the car, and Skinner got in the back of it?
Well, let's see. There's Mark Martin coming on the inside of Ricky Rudd, and well,
if Elliott lifted, certainly Skinner would have hit him, but the look on Elliott's face showed that he didn't. Only the 2 of them know for sure.
Yep. Well, Gordon came in for a pit stop, and a couple of other cars as well.
Let's watch from Mike Skinner's car.
He did back out of the throttle. You could hear him ease up there, and they just got together going down in turn 3.
From Bobby Labonte.
Boy, he sees that car go out there and says, man, I got through there.
Jeff Gordon. And from Dale Jarrett.
He was back in 23rd position. Man, oh man, he got all 4 tires down below the yellow line there, Ned.
Yep. Even changed gears and got on out of there.
Can he get there? Here he comes. Kurt Busch, a car length away. Jimmy Johnson trying to hang on.
Car length back. Awesome job, dude.
And Jimmy Johnson wins for the 7th time this year. Whoa, contact.
Hard lick for these cars. That's a bad way to end the race. A lot of cars getting torn up here.
6, 7, 8 cars involved.
Stewart's involved.
See Allmendinger battling off the corner here. I think that was 17 kind of moved down, saying he wasn't too happy about the last caution that AJ created and getting into the back of him.
Hunt Strickland inside of John Andretti's blue and yellow Dodge.
That's what a lot of the guys were telling me, that they really felt good about the racetrack, that they were able to use the upper part of the trouble down here.
One car.
Turn 3.
Hard in the fence in turn 3. That'll bring out the caution for one of our Bull 5 drivers, Bobby Hamilton. Now that team, Andy Petrie's second car that was driven by Mike Wallace, is not here because of lack of sponsorship. And Hamilton's day appears done all too early.
Now Hamilton was by himself.
There's nobody around him.
You know, and look how far behind the field he was. It almost makes you think he was starting to experience a problem.
I think
maybe
he may have a flat tire probably there, and he was slowing down and just didn't get slowed down enough.
Bobby Hamilton has climbed from his car. He is okay.
Good after that. And looking at the left rear that came off the car, we saw that chunk tire early in the race. Well, the left rear looks good.
Here's trouble, J.J. Yaley.
Man, that car is...
And that's turn 10.
That would be us.
Exiting turn 10. Caution is out.
Heavy contact to the left side of that car. I saw the dust fly there on turn 10.
And you heard JJ say that would be us, as the spotter says somebody's crashed in turn 10.
Just gets off right here, and man, this thing comes around and bam! Man, that's a hard lick on that driver's side.
Ford stay out in front as they come down to complete the 4th lap.
Somebody's in the wall.
Trouble coming out of turn 4. Bobby Allison slams the wall. Bobby Allison, Chevrolet Monte Carlo destroyed, and for the first time in the 5-year history of this event, there is a caution, and I believe it will go right to red. Indeed, they will restart. All laps in this race are under green. Here's Allison. He's been running side by side with Benny Parsons, breaking away in turn 4, slams that retainer just at the top of pit road. And one of the drivers attempting to win this race for a second time, Bobby Allison, destroying one of the Die-Guard racing machines.
They took those tires off. This thing really attracted a crowd. All the nearby crew chiefs took somebody else.
There it is.
Take a look.
We have a wreck coming off turn 2. Todd Bodine goes up in the air.
An awful chain reaction crash at lap 40. Hunt Strickland got into the back of John Andretti.
Didn't we call this 10 laps ago? I mean, there you have it. That's why when you look in the mirror and the car is really gaining, getting in on the corner, you just, it's better to let them go on by this early in the race. Well, you can see Hut right on the bottom of the racetrack there. He comes in, they make contact right here. There goes John sideways, up towards the outside wall. Todd into Hut Strickland. Now watch him come up and really make contact from John Andretti. See, the car almost turned over. It really got up in the air there.
You know, but it almost looked like, here's the aftermath of it. Bodine, of course, with nowhere to go. Wow. Well, if he didn't bend the right front wheel back on that, I'll be surprised.
You know, Mike always tried to figure out why it happened. It's just that it looked like the Andretti car was loose, slow in the middle of the corner, and timing just wasn't right, that's for
There
sure.
you see your lap leaders, Crawford and Hamilton, Quapple, Edwards, Presley, all getting
trouble.
the lead.
Trouble on the front straightaway. It's going to be a big one, I think.
And Carl Edwards.
It's Edwards who lost it.
Hold on, just keep your brakes locked. Keep them locked.
Good. Keep it locked down.
Okay?
Big hit.
You see his
Fine,
hands
guys.
moving.
I'm fine.
He's fine. You hear him talking.
What let go there, but
Fine
got
but
awfully
disappointed.
softly.
Let's head down to Ray. 99.
Mike Wallace had worked to the outside of him. You see him out there right there. Coming down now in the tri-oval, they do a little bump. It turns the front of the 99 down. Carl Edwards on a big hit to the wall right here. Real lucky these guys behind him. Look at the Dodge right there go by. Good
Matt
save by
Crafton
that.
down on the low side, too.
That's a hit. Look at the back of that truck.
He made some comment about something let go. Look at him moving up into Presley.
They bumped just a little bit.
Yeah, what let go was all the downforce he had. That's worst scenario when you're up about a third of the way on the truck on the outside. Plus they did touch.
Here's a good look right here. The Tribal doesn't have the banking that the corner. You see right here, they're just going to take the air off the back, and there it goes.
Oh my goodness! See how close he came to Bobby Hamilton. Hamilton actually spun a little bit.
Look at that truck. Whoever was in that truck there did a whale of a job.
And you know, it upset the 52 truck too, but he turned right to keep it straight.
We're on board with the number 50 of John Wood.
This will be in your face. Look right here in front of you. We'll see if they touch or not. If it's just air off the spoiler, they're going to get close. No touch. No touch yet.
Now they're coming into the trial right here. Again, Wallace on the right side and Carl Edwards getting very close. Oh, he gets spun around and jets up right behind John Wood.
They bumped 2 times right there. There's enough to upset it.
Here's Bobby Hamilton. Take a look at this. The square D Dodge. And
whoa, buddy. And Bobby had to get into the wall to avoid it. He banged the wall pretty good there.
That was close.
Dorsey, that looked to me like both drivers showed a little bit of temper there.
Yeah, they were banging on each other. You saw it before they even got to the wreck. You know, they set it up coming out of the turn 4 area, and they set it up all the way down.